Well, hello and welcome back to the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. I am your coach, your senior host, Lakeisha McKnight. So welcome. I'm glad that you're here, that you're listening in, of course, to our episode on tonight. This podcast, if you are new and you're listening in, is a media outlet for the nonprofit that's based in Chesapeake, Virginia, that's entitled Women of Elevation Career Services International. So with the podcast and the nonprofit, the whole mission is really to empower women with the tools to be able to create, relate, and elevate so that they can have a satisfying career and life. That's what it's truly all about. The end result, a great career, great lifestyle. That's what we're trying to do, to try to help you and women all around the world to be able to do it. I know you're probably saying, well, Lakeisha, if this is a Chesapeake, Virginia-based organization, how do we help people from around the world? Well, I'm glad that you asked. With the Women of Elevation nonprofit organization, what we do is we have certain programs that allows us to be able to extend into other parts of the world. So we have a program that's entitled the Revitalize Women's Movement. It allows us to be able to move the mission into other places of the world who openly welcomes us, has their arms open, ready to accept the mission and what it is that we're trying to do. And of course, then we have this media outlet that allows us to do a whole lot more via audio. And then we do have a program that's really, of course, going to be kicking off the ground once again pretty soon. And that is, of course, Sisters Helping Sisters in Business, and it's an academy that really equips coaches to go about their way and provide life and career coaching for women. That's what we're here to do. And so that's another extension of the program. And we're glad to be able to provide these services for women inside of the community. And so, I'm just truly just excited as to what's about to take place. But of course, with this podcast, what we've been doing is we've been really consistently providing, these messages of encouragement and, of course, a lot of value we pour into these podcast episodes. We are here live, or, of course, we may have a recording uploaded and ready for you on Tuesdays and Wednesdays of every week. We used to be a 7-day or a 5-day-a-week podcast, but we know in a woman's world, it's really hard to really listen into something 5 days out of the week because we have so many roles we take on. So we minimized it to 2 days out of the week because, of course, I'm a mom as well. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I have a young girl who's about to be 1 year old this month. And of course, I have a 4-year-old. So, I definitely understand where many of you are coming from, for those of you who have young children. And even for those of you who have older children, what it's like to have a busy schedule. So we want to make sure it's really doable and feasible for every female who has at different points in their lives have, children and other responsibilities. So this is the reason why we're here. So yesterday we started on a new series. Of course, it's a 2-part series, and we're talking about how to create a satisfying career. And I'm going to continue that and wrap it up tonight. Okay, there may be occasions where we have certain topics that really need to have 4 episodes. But of course, we're going to we're going to probably wrap it up, in the general sense tonight. And I just want to say something really important as it pertains to you creating a satisfying career. During my journey, my professional development journeys, there have been so many lessons I've learned. But there's one in particular that I can't really escape from. I can't minimize it. I really have to stress the importance of it because it's going to help you so that you can live the life that you always desired. Many of you are, you're just going about your day. You're really not enjoying each and every day. You're really not enjoying life the way that you want to. And one of the ways in which I've understood how to really enjoy what I do is to really get under someone, shadow them, find out what they do, and allow them to become a mentor or a coach in your life. If it requires a fee, do what you have to do. There's so many of you pay. Can I be transparent for a moment? Sometimes we pay for sneakers, we pay for shoes, we pay for, takeout so many times a week. We do so many other things. But when it comes to investing in us and having a solid career and a future, we can sometimes create so many excuses not to do it. So many reasons why we don't have the money, but we really have the money to do what it is that we strongly desire to do. And so I'm going to encourage you to think about this tip here that's going to help you. Think about what you can do to connect with someone who is doing what you want to do. And do what you need to do to make it happen. If it requires a little bit of a financial investment, time investment, do what you need to do. Life is short, meaning that you don't know when your end date is. So it's time to buckle down. It's time to this is just real talk. It's time to get serious about where you want to go with your career, because you just never know. And there's so many people, so many women and men and children and youth, they're waiting on your solutions. They're waiting for you to connect with them. But if you're delaying because of money, if you're delaying because of fear, if you're delaying because of procrastination, come on. We need to kick our own selves, kind of put some fire under our own feet and get moving. This is real talk. Keeping it 100 during this episode here, because I hear it all the time when I talk to women. If I post something on Facebook, I hear it. Politics at work, this, that, and the other. But we really need to be buckling down, figuring out what we need to do to make things work. When you begin to move, I believe that God will move and open up doors as well. He wants to see that you're going to trust the process and that you're going to seek it out. You're going to knock at doors, and you're going to be willing to trust him that he either opens it or says that this is not it. When I say it, I'm talking about the door, the opportunity, because sometimes he won't open it, and that's when you know it's not for you. So you really, really need to just have some real talk with yourself. Okay, not in the public so you don't seem weird, but I will, just sit down and really buckle down and say, okay, who is doing what I want to do? If you know a speaker, you want to be a speaker, connect with the speaker, get coaching. If you want to really publish a book that's really going to go out there and just really help so many people, a transformational book, connect with someone who's done it, make it happen. If you want to have a wildly successful coaching business practice, connect with someone who has a steady flow of clients when it comes to coaching. Do what you need to do. There's so many people out there doing it, and it's really no excuse, because we can email that person, we can pick up the phone, whatever it is we have to do, but we need to make it happen. We need to take some steps, take action. Some people say, well, I'm going to pray about it. Okay. Sometimes when you pray too long, you miss the boat. Okay. Because you've been praying too long. You need to take action. Faith with works. Faith with action is what's required. So let's buckle down. Let's get to it. Let's create those satisfying careers. Do you agree with me? Can I partner up with you? Can I just hold you accountable for taking action and applying what you've learned over the last 2 days in these episodes? I hope that I can, because I really want to see you satisfied and living the lifestyle that you desire. So if you have questions, if you want to connect, definitely reach out on Facebook. Look us up, the Women of Elevation, the community group. Look in the search area for Women of Elevation, okay? And then click on the groups tab, and you should be able to find us and request to join our group, okay? Request to join the group. We'll be more than happy to serve you and help you in whatever way that we can. So again, thank you. Go ahead, like this episode. We're going to be doing that more often, encourage you to do certain things. So definitely like this episode if you found it helpful. Leave a comment, because we want to know who is listening out there. We want to know whether you've enjoyed the content that we're providing. And we can't wait, of course, to speak with you again on next week. Remember, we are here to help you, empower you with the tools to be able to create, relate, and elevate. God bless.